Miles is having a couple of problems as we start our third installment of Miles Lewis, King of the Ice, written by Kelly Starling Lyons, illustrated by Wayne Spencer, published by Penguin Workshop, and I'm Miss Melissa at the Oosterhout Free Library Book Bite series. He's afraid his Nana's going to move out. He'd really miss her. And his buddy RJ is giving him a hard time, insisting on a bet on their upcoming ice skating field trip. He comes into the house and he sees Nana packing boxes. "What are those for?" I asked. "Just passing on some things I don't need." This was getting serious. Time to put my plan into action. "Nana, could you help me with my homework?" "Sure, I can try." We sat at the dining room table and went over my vocabulary lesson together. She quizzed me on the words. "Looks like you know these pretty well," she said. "I'm impressed." "Thanks, Nana," I said. "That's because you helped make it stick. What would I do without you?" "I think you'd do okay," she said, winking. "You got a good head, Miles. That's all you need." Why did she say that? I needed her, too. This wasn't going the way I wanted. "Nana, can I ride my bike around the loop? I'll change clothes first." "Sure, honey." Whenever I'm riding, it's like all my worries fly away and my mind is as free as the wind. In the garage, I buckled my helmet and hopped on my bike. Before I knew it, I wasn't thinking about Nana or RJ. I just focused on pedaling. It felt good as my legs pumped and took me down our street to the cul-de-sac, around the loop and back, again and again. I smiled and waved at Nana when I saw her working in the herb garden. I parked my bike and got an idea. When Mama and Dad got home, I asked if we could go to the store to buy some mulch. "Did Nana ask us to pick it up?" "No, I want to surprise her and do it myself." "That's so thoughtful, Miles," Mama said. "She'll love that." "So what made you think of surprising Nana?" Dad asked on the way there. "She does a lot. I want to do something for her." "That's right, Miles," he said with pride in his voice. "Mom is always there for us. You're growing up. Now tell me, what did you learn about Willie O'Ree?" I laughed. It might be a few days later, but Dad always remembered to follow up. "He was amazing," I said. "Must have been so hard dealing with people calling him names while he was playing hockey, just because of the color of his skin. But he kept going." "Yeah, he paved the way. There was a colored hockey league in Canada before Willie O'Ree's time. There was even a postage stamp honoring them." "Like the Negro Leagues of baseball here? That's cool." Learning about hockey history made ice skating feel more important. It was going to be part of a legacy. Nana made me feel like that, too. Gardening with her, painting, staying up late to watch old movies. That was something special, and I didn't want it to end. When I got back, I got busy. I spread the reddish-brown mulch around the bushes and the tree in the front yard, making sure it looked neat and even. I stood in the driveway and smiled at my work. It looked good. Nana had taught me well. I couldn't wait until she saw it. I raced inside and told her I had something to show her. "Excuse me a minute," she said to the person she was speaking to on the phone, using her business voice. "You see me talking, Miles. I'll get off soon." Ouch! I just wanted her to see the surprise. I kept walking through the room. It seemed like she was never getting off the call. I wondered who she was talking to. I caught a few words. "It looked real nice. How soon will it be ready?" Was the call about a new place to live? My heart raced. I didn't even want to think about it. Finally, Nana hung up. "Okay, Miles, what was so important you forgot your manners?" "Sorry, Nana," I said, grabbing her hand and tugging gently, "but there's something you have to check out." "I'm coming," she said, laughing. "I'm coming." When she walked outside, her face said it all. She beamed at the neat spread of mulch. "You did this," she said, looking at me, "all by yourself?" I smiled and nodded. "I'm so proud of you. Looks like I can hang up my gardening gloves. The torch has been passed." Hang up her gloves? No, that wasn't the plan. This was all going wrong. I wanted Nana to see how much we appreciated her, not that I could do it without her. Having no brother or sister was bad enough, but I always told myself that at least I had Mama, Dad, and Nana. That was something special. Now she might be moving. What was I going to do? I felt that drop in my stomach again. Things just weren't working out. Chapter 5, Balancing Act. On field trip day, a chill ran through me even before I got to the rink. I sat next to Carson on the way there. RJ sat next to Kayla and kept turning to look at me. I knew the bet didn't really matter, but it felt like everything was out of control. I needed something to go my way. Inside, we lined up to get our skates. I found a spot to put mine on and saw RJ on his way to where I was. I tried not to look at him. You might get lucky and not fall, he said, pulling on his skates and tying the laces. But if you do, remember our bet. I didn't answer. Remember? How could I forget? RJ wouldn't let me. The instructors checked that our skates were on securely, so we had support around our ankles. Next, it was time to stand up. It felt weird balancing on the blade. The instructors covered some rules, teaching us how to stop, keep our balance, and fall safely. It was time to follow them to the rink. Though it was warm outside, we had on sweaters, jackets, and gloves, so we wouldn't be too cold in the indoor rink. I still shivered as I stepped onto the slippery floor. I marched like they told us to as I got used to the feel of the skates on the ice. I thought knowing how to roller skate would help, but this felt completely different. Maybe RJ would win the bet after all. We learned how to push off and glide. That wasn't too bad. We played some games, too, skating over to pick up a beanbag and making our way back. When it was my turn, I tried to keep my feet together with a little space between them, but I could feel them spreading farther and farther apart. I did what the instructor said not to do. I waved my arms, trying to steady myself. I almost lost it. Then I remembered the tip about touching my knees. Whew, close one. I saw RJ watching me. Good job, Miles, the instructor said. We came off the ice and sat at tables while Miss Taylor talked about figure skating and kinetic energy. Then we got some time to try skating on our own. I saw Jada and Lena encouraging Simone as she wobbled along the edge of the rink. She looked like a fawn learning to walk. Is that how I looked, too? I stayed close to the wall in case I needed support. RJ skated next to me. How's it going? He said. Tougher than it looks, right? Need some help? I didn't know if he was serious or trying to be funny. I got it. Whatever. He skated off and left me creeping along the rink. I was focused so hard on not falling that I wasn't having fun at all. As I watched my friends laughing and skating together, I decided to stop playing it safe. I pushed off and glided just as RJ was skating past. Watch it, he warned, but it was too late. We crashed into each other, and I felt my legs give out. Before I knew it, we were both on our bottoms. Oh boy. What's going to happen next time? You know, you can always learn something from a book, even a fiction book. I didn't know those tips about putting your hands on your knees to prevent from falling. Some of those other things they said about ice skating. I'll have to remember that next time. Maybe I'll fall less. See you next time from the Oosterhout Free Library.